Hi, I'm Devi Jade, and welcome to my channel. Today is the start of the retrograde, and it will go through October 4th. Here's about the retrograde that is always shared. You have a pre and a post. Now, some of you have already experiencing the pre if you're very much in tune, and plus at this point we pretty much are, because we can go to the Google Dot and see what's happening, and that which wasn't spoken about, all these turns of events of what the planets do for us, has now become pretty common, and you'll find it all over the internet. So how do we flow with the retrograde? Well, again, you can read about it or you can hear about it from me, and I'm going to join in. Always what I've said is the retrogrades are like pulling back a great bow. It's stretching back, stretching till it's pretty taut at the peak, and then it's held there. It's held there, and when it's over, it shoots forward. And it shoots you into a place where you've jumped ahead and you've missed some lessons that you don't seem to need anymore. Because usually the retrograde, 100% of the time, we go back and revisit patterns. Some of these patterns, even though we've done a lot of our own inner work, seem to just come up in our face again. Well, that's what's happening with this retrograde. These are old patterns. And what I was telling some of my students and clients is, if you think you're going to get out of this, you're not going to get out of it. Okay, because the planets are over us and they're teaching us. And sometimes we feel like we're done with a certain lesson. And the fact of the matter is, as humans, we're never quite done with lessons, because they always benefit us if we look for the lesson. The key to all of this is in climbing and maintaining. Energy is energy. I know people say, oh, I've got low energy, I've got medium energy, high energy, tired energy, you know, whatever the energy is. But honestly, energy is simply energy. It doesn't have labels of where it's at. It just is. But there are many frequencies. Okay? There's different frequencies of phones. There's different frequencies on the internet. There's different frequencies everywhere when it comes to that. Music, everything has a frequency. And it's what we will step into in frequencies that will bring us what we desire. If we are talking about, oh my gosh, the economy and it's going to be terrible, and I remember 2007 and 8, and so I'm preparing, but I want to make sure I'm beyond it. Already, that particular person is completely immersed in an old pattern, because they're basing everything on their old frequencies that they lived in. Okay? A lot of us, many of us, are moving in and doing what we can to walk in a bit of a higher frequency and maintain there. Okay? This is for us who know. Now, as I was guiding this particular client, I reminded them again, you can say that. However, if you keep saying that, your mind is just going to hear the past, because it's got evidence in this brain of memory what it was like. I said, if you keep saying that, you're going to manifest what's coming out of your mouth. Okay? Because the retrograde will speed that up for you. But it's also, again, on the flip side, what is coming out of your mouth? What are you self-talking about? Now, that particular person that's a client of mine, that is kind of been their MO, or what you say. I've talked to them many years about how to do good self-talk. And because they've had a lot of things happen to them in the past that, oh my gosh, I lost my house, I lost this, and now my job is cut back, and it's due to who's ever was, you know, in the White House at this time, my whole life's falling apart. It has nothing to do with that, because we create our own worlds. We do. We fashion them after what we believe and what our paradigms are. So we've got to climb into a higher frequency and maintain that. And watch what comes out of your mouth, because for those of you that are on a stronger, good self-talk and putting out great goals, watch what comes out of your mouth even more subtly, because it will be there. Okay, I'm doing really good. My book is really great, but I just don't know how to do it. So you don't even know. Sometimes it comes out so fast, it's out there. Erase from the universe. That's what I say. And then go back and say, no, this is what's happening. This, and this. Okay. I have two kinds of clients. I have clients that are really moving forward, and those that are just kind of not even maintaining, they're just kind of slipping back. Because remember, you can't stand in one place, because everything is always moving down to our molecular level. We are always moving. And so this is really meant to be positive, because I just want you to just be aware. AWARE, be aware. That's your word for the next so many weeks, okay, of climbing and maintaining. I said this on Sunday in my class. We get on a plane, it's rainy and stormy, and they push through those clouds, the plane does, and there it is. It's sunny up there. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's peaceful, and you can look out your window if you're in a window seat like me, and you can just see the clouds. You can't even see what's coming out of the bottom of the clouds. You just see what's on top. It's all white and brilliant and beautiful. So we climbed into a different frequency and we maintained. So if you want to do a visualization with that, that's what I would do. Just as I'm channeling along here, I would go into a visualization of going in the plane, sitting there, all peaceful, climbing and maintaining. And that's where the best place to do magic is. Your intention work, what comes out of your mouth, what you desire, your visualization, your vision, that's the best place. If you're down here on the ground, maybe do the 5 things every day. 5 things. And do remember, we're going to have miscommunications with people. Now, what about mechanics and computers and, all that? The thing that I have seen the most so far is there's a lot of car troubles. People driving a little bit mad, like literally doing odd things they normally wouldn't do. And, well, you could say people do that anyway. But inevitably, it's even a little madder than that. And I would eat well. Eat as good and as good, better, best as you can. Okay, in this particular time, pay attention to the body. So now we've got our body, mind, and spirit. And that's what it takes. That's what we give ourselves, and we'll get all this back. Because now, when that bow shoots forward after the retrograde, the things that you desired will start manifesting really fast. Okay? Because here we are, going into fall, and you know what that means. Once we hit this time, next thing we know, it's Christmas. For those of you that are desiring a job, and should I look for jobs during the retrograde? I don't know. If you've started a project, persistence, keep moving forward. I have someone in my life right now that doesn't have a lot of people around her helping her. She put her house up for sale because the market was getting flat, and I counseled her through guidance, do it now or it's not happening. She lives in a town where she doesn't want to live anymore. It's little. There's no growth there really. This seems to be going backwards. She was moving, no matter what. And I told her, get the book, Think and Grow Rich. Now I have the one that I like. I don't like the revised editions. I would go back to get the oldest that you can. But there's magic in that book. And I have my students reading every day. I asked her, she's been a student of mine. I suggested it different times, and this time she went and got it. I told her, follow persistence, follow decision, follow those chapters. She's doing it. And so, long story short, she sold her house. She wouldn't take less than what she wanted. And the market was starting to get a little flat. She got it. She is now packing and moving. She doesn't have a place to stay. She wants to go to another state. She flew out there. That was kind of a drama for her because we were in pre-retrograde. Okay, and I could tell you stories about that. So that happened. She came back. We switched realtors out for her, which is what I wanted to do anyway. And then as she's getting everything ready to go, her closing date was yesterday. She got COVID when she came back over this last weekend, the COVID that's really knocking people out again. And as sick as she was, she had all this huge list to do. She did it. She persisted. She kept persisting. She kept moving. She didn't do this. Oh, I can't do it. Oh my gosh. Was she crying, literally crying to me? Yeah, she has COVID. Okay. She had to get out of her house. The people said, I don't care if you have COVID. If we don't do it, we lose the deal. So we found a way between me and someone else and her realtor. We found a way to help her because she couldn't even think. We got her in a place to stay. Okay, not a hotel, but someone offered their home to her. Then she didn't have a place to sleep. She thought, what can I do? She called somebody out of the blue and they said, I'm sorry, we don't have a blow-up bed, but we've got a cot. She said, great. She went and got that. She has to take care of her animals, all these things. But no matter what, she keeps persisting. She's going to be in this place. Doesn't have a driver for her stuff, but she's going to find one. I told her that today. You'll find it because no matter what, you keep pushing through. You have climbed, you've maintained, you're above the clouds. You're definitely a top gunner. You're in. You can only win. I have a really great realtor that I wanted for her the first time. That person is on it. Okay. So when she gets to where she's going, I've got one of my wonderful students that's going to help her. She's going to land a place. Everything I just said, keep your eye on what you want. Don't worry about the money. Okay. She's got a job. She's got the whole 9 yards. Everything has fallen in place. Although she didn't think so. I said, you are an anomaly. You're the 1% of 1% that no matter what, you're doing it. She doesn't have family to help her. She doesn't have many friends in this place to help her. Nobody wanted to help her. Okay. So we're helping her as outside influences, pouring in love, asking the angels to help her, and everything is moving forward. That's a retrograde story, you guys, because she could make it look terrible, and she's choosing to climb and maintain. That's my words for you. Climb and maintain. Those are Tyler Perry's words, actually. He did a sermon once on that. I just love that one. So take care. Have a really wonderful retrograde. If things come up, erase, switch it, climb and maintain. Stay in that high frequency. Okay. Have a really great retrograde, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.